We're looking at pain points, challenges, the world, the challenges that the ecosystem and the friction that is companies, a lot of the status quo methods of payment or money movement. And so I think the fundamentals around ubiquity, trust, transparency, economics, and interoperability kind of define the way we design our solutions. And I think what's really exciting is that when you sit with a visionary like Chairman Jibril, where not a single meeting can I remember, Jibril, where we sat down and we didn't roll up our sleeves and actually designed what a future fit solution could look like. So I think for Mastercard, it is a real pleasure to have that, discussion about a vision for the future of Kenya and what the Kenyan market deserves as a future fit, whether it's the youth that we're talking about who don't want friction. When it comes to making a payment at a till, the number of steps you have to go through today, I think some of us would rather avoid that, right? And having the tokenized, safe and secure wearables where your actual credentials are never exposed and actually you're with security and with a sense of comfort, you can go and make your payment. Should you, for example, some of the people that I was speaking to asked, what if I leave my ring at home? Yeah, well, you have the controls in your app. You can block the ring. You can manage the card, you manage the limits. There's just so much you can do. But what it brings to you is choice. And we in Mastercard feel that innovation should lead to, yes, there's trust, yes, there's transparency, are the recipes. The end goal is, does it yield value and convenience? So if those boxes are tick marked, which in this case today we have seen, and I would again say a big round of applause to Premier Bank. Mastercard are also mindful of is we are a B2B2C company. We are not a direct consumer. We depend on visionary partners like Premier Bank to come and design future fit solutions. And it is because of that, then our solutions and our power and our technical prowess comes to life, and the customers then bear witness to the benefits they enjoy. Thank you.
Now, of the central bank here today, Dr. Njuguna, on mobile money and opening the ecosystem on digital payments, will probably note. So, asante sana, Daktari. Back to Jibril. One of the key pain points for me, as a user and as an industry leader in fintech, why you're telling me you are a digital bank platform that, it's Central Bank of Kenya regulations. And my pushback is always like, that's just unprintable words that I can't say in this august setup here today. How has Premier Bank issue? Customer onboarding seems to be this black box that most bankers, thank God not you, that is always saying, it's too complicated, there's fraud, there's all sorts of things. So how have you uncomplicated this onboarding? And how is managing cards? I mean, I can go into the app today and I can apply for virtual cards. I can block them. I can do all sorts of things that before I'll have to go to the branch, not even send an email. I'll have to go to a bank branch, fill in a form, and spray and pray that that document will go to the right place. Today, that's completely different with Premier Bank. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ali. Number one, I'm not telling you to go to the branch to open account, okay? So I think we have got a solution for all those pain points. And number two, we have actually addressed it during our design process, that question and the related areas, and we try to find a solution for all those things. Moreover, we try to also showcase that the Kenyan institutions also can lead innovation, not just to adapt to innovation made by other countries or by other people. And that's what we made, to ensure that we always come up with our own innovation, our own design, instead of adapting other designs and innovations for other people. So you asked me about onboarding. Today in Premier Bank, we have 21 branches across Kenya. And there are other banks who might have more than 100 branches, 150 branches, 200 branches. And in my opinion, and considering where the global and the technology is heading, most of those branches will very soon be used. They will not serve any purpose. And for Premier Bank, actually our plan is to close more branches, not to open branches. We're not actually willing to open more branches. Why I'm saying that? Because technology made everything possible. That whatever the branch can do for you, technology can also do for you, and even much better and much efficient. So today in Premier Bank, and with this new technology that we're unveiling, you can open an account online without visiting any branch, seamlessly. Onboard yourself in our Omni, and even with the same process of opening an account opening, you can actually onboard yourself in the Omni. And then this platform gives you the freedom that you can also request your virtual card online. So imagine you're traveling, you lost your card. In most cases, your bank will not be able to help you. You'll get stranded, and it happened to me personally. But with Premier Bank, even if you lose your card, you lose your telephone, you are still safe. You can still get your card online, tokenize your card instantly, and start using and tapping your phone in every merchant across the globe. So during the design process, we made to ensure, or we try to ensure, that we give all those freedom back to the client. It's not only virtual card request. You can also manage your card. You can block your card. You can unblock your card. Even if you don't know your PIN, you can reset your PIN and get a new PIN. Today, I think in many places globally, and especially in Africa, if you lose your PIN, bank even cannot help you. You have to throw that card and get a new card. But with our technology, you can actually reset and get a new PIN, even if you forget the one that you had. You can also manage your card in a way that you make it safe. If you are in Kenya, you can only enable Kenya transactions and block any other transaction anywhere in the world. You can manage your limits. Bank gives you a limit of 200,000 by default. If you want more limit, you can actually do it. If you want a less limit, you can actually do it through our platform where the regulator allows. We have also seen during the design process that many of you buy something online with the intention to buy it at one time, but you are subscribing without your knowledge. And we have seen that many people actually are complaining to the bank saying that, my card is being debited by this company, I have not authorized it. It's actually you who authorized because you subscribe it. You wanted to buy one time, but you are making a subscription that you are not aware of. We also try to address that pain point of our client is that we give you also the freedom, and all those features we are talking about are either available or in the next maximum 1 month going to be available. So you can see even where you have subscribed your card and give you the ability that you can unsubscribe. In today's world, if you have such a problem, the only way, many people try to cancel the card and get a new card, but that still doesn't make you safe. That merchant still knows your new card and they can store it. and they will still continue debiting you. So the only way you can do is to close the whole account and open a new account, which is very costly for you. So we have solved that problem, that we show you where you have you subscribe to your card and give you the freedom that you can unsubscribe. With all those features, we have actually tried. I'm answering your question. So we tried that you can open the account online, get your card online, able to manage, send remittances. And on the merchant side also, we are unveiling, a soft boss, which is that, the smaller merchants also can accept payments with their existing phones. They don't need expensive devices or POSs. We'll just give them an application installed in their existing telephone, and they will just get, tap and pay their money easily and efficiently. So the onboarding question, we ensure that you can open online account, you can get your card, your card online, you can tokenize it, you can order your wearable. When we talk about wearable, it's actually more safer than using the physical card, because this is using a token. It's using a token. It's not using your physical, band number, which makes more safe for your transaction. If you lose it, you can actually block it, cancel it, and your card is still working for you. So with all those technologies, the aim is to give the freedom back to our clients. And Ali, your question is that we are not opening branches. We will not open more branches in the future. We will actually close branches in the future, and we will try to employ the technology to do for us what the branch will do for us. Thank you.
So, Jibril, what you basically told me is that you have debunked the issue that for you to open a new bank account, you have to go to a branch. I can confirm that, actually, and I think somebody said that that will be demonstrated here today. Ali, back to you. Security, inclusion, and the path ahead. I think we've seen with digitization comes more risk. So one of the key things that Mastercard has advanced is solutions for the Kenyan ecosystem. But what I would like to hear is how are you enhancing security and customer verification, particularly when it comes to digital solutions like wearables, tap and go. These innovations are great, but I think you did mention that what happens if you leave your card behind. So talk to us about the whole security ecosystem that's going on today.
I'm sorry, Ali, as being my namesake, I'm going to take some liberty and just address one thing on remittances before I talk on security, if you allow. Thank you. So, in Africa, $100 billion of remittances comes every year, contributing to about 6% of the GDP. In Kenya, there are 3 million hard-working Kenyan diasporans who are, with their blood, sweat, and tears, earning the money to support their families, pay for school fees, repayment of loans. There's many use cases that they are trying to solve for. And I just want to point out that's where Mastercard, and it gives me great pride today because in the audience we have Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and Mr. Oner Khorsan joining us from Dubai. Because this has become when we say multi-rail, the card rail is one rail, but Mastercard is heavily invested in account rails and remittances and a number of others that we are diversifying. So as much as our name says card, I just want the audience and everybody to realize that when we are partnering with Premier Bank, it's with the full power of all of our diverse set of rails and their respective solutions. And for remittances, I think if today only 3% or 4% of Kenya's GDP is coming on formal rails, I believe there would be another matching 3 to 4% that we are missing out on. And either it's going through cash or informal methods. And we would love to partner with like-minded partners to solve for that, including obviously the work already I'm not allowed to say, but Jibril and I know what we're talking about, so that's coming up next. Coming to the point of security, Ali, because that's really key. Our design, the way we design our solutions, the baseline of that, like I use the word trust, transparency, and technology, right? That's the recipe. Trust, the basic factor under trust is security. And when we design it, it is stress tested for just about every possible situation the customer could be in. And then we try to put in the safeguards, the guardrails. We talked about, I mean, yesterday was a matter of great pride for us. In this hotel, we launched the AI, white paper by Mastercard. And I would really encourage everybody over here to have a read. We have been using AI in the cybersecurity space. Our transactions get risk scored. We are monitoring the transactions globally as they go, especially in the e-commerce space. And, real-time decisioning takes place in that. And so that is more of like monitoring and how do you stop something from becoming a real disaster. Now, before that, I think there are many other, like tokenization is one aspect that we have discussed already today. There is biometric authentication that we are big on. We have already launched Passkey. Passkey is, where you're scanned for your facial recognition, and it's not like you have to have a PIN that you have to enter. So that's another element that we've brought into play. And we have recently acquired New Data or New Detect solution, which is going even into that depth, because all of us use phones. How many of you use phones for your payments? So if, let's say your phone is compromised and our systems detect that normally you don't use the phone in this way, in this geolocation, the frequency of your typing, how you hold the phone, a host of other features in New Data, we are kind of bringing that technology to life and close to the customer, where we could actually create risk profiles on transactions, taking into account how you're utilizing, where you're utilizing, what amounts you're working with, what's your general profile versus, and remember, those of you who are worried about data privacy, we take that with their utter seriousness. So it is never that it's all anonymized. This is simply at a transaction level that we are monitoring, yeah? So we keep that in mind in our design facet. So this allows us to bring our solutions out with confidence and a sense of comfort.
Thank you so much, Ali. I mean, I think that's a really crucial component that we can never forget, security. But again, maybe let me just add on to that and say, security, cybersecurity, passwords and all that, it begins with us. It begins with us. So we've got to be super, super careful and ensure that we protect our digital presence. Now, as we come to the end of our panel, I would like to invite anyone in the audience who would like to ask a question, make a comment, or just basically tell us you guys have been smoking something you shouldn't be smoking today morning. The floor is open. Mic for anyone who wants to ask a question or just say something. Please go there. Please introduce yourself, your name, and if it's a question for just a panel generally or a comment or specifically to the two Alis or Jibril. Over to you.
This is a question that can be answered by any of the gentlemen. My name is Abdi Bare. I'm a client of the bank and also a client of other banks. I think the chairman mentioned about sending money to students abroad or anybody who wants money abroad. So this is very critical for a revolution in that sense. So is it possible to send mobile money from my wearable or from my phone or from my card to a student in Ahmedabad in India to his phone? Or are you talking about going to his account or to his card? I wanted that clarity to be done.
That's actually a very good question. Yes, Ali, you can.
So I think, thank you very much for that question. And, you know, Mastercard, for example, with our works with Premier Bank, what we are looking at is that we need to become form factor agnostic. It doesn't matter if you are a wallet holder of a mobile money or a card or an account. You may not know this, but I'll share that our network is connected to 95% of the global population. And I'm not talking here card rails only. I'm talking about our account-to-account rails and even sending money cross-border. Yeah, we are, you may not be aware, but we are the #1 remittance player and sending money send player in GCC today. And what that does is that you give the client the option. So for example, if you have to send money from your mobile wallet, it would not touch even the card rails. It would go straight on the accounts rails we are connected in 150 plus countries and we deal with 80 plus currencies. Yes, and INR is one of them, Indian rupee. So to your question, we can easily make that happen. And that's why I was saying that we're not going to get into too much detail today, because there's a whole journey that we have planned out, and you will be seeing all these features which will make it really simple and easy for you to transfer the money.
Thank you, Ali. Jibril, you want to add anything?
Yeah, okay, so that itself is an evidence that 95%. So that itself sound is, but to answer the question of Mr. Barre, yes, you can send money from your account, send it to any account in 125 countries, send it to mobile wallets in all over where they exist in all these 125 countries, and also send us a cash payout in selected countries, not all of them, in selected countries. So you can also push money to his card, to the card of the person you are sending, which eventually money will go into the account. So all that is possible, yes. And 90% of that is also instant. Instant in less than 5 minutes, the money will be received on the other side. So that's possible.
Thank you, Jibril. Any other questions? I saw somebody else. Great.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Wilfred Konosi from Nakuru. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I want to...
You came all the way from Nakuru for this?
Yes.
I think we need to give you something for that.
Yeah, I've been a customer of Premier Bank for some time now, and I want to thank the group for the kind of innovation which you have brought. I was given the keyring, the tap and go to use, and it is very convenient. And I would encourage any customer of Premier Bank to acquire that. Very convenient. You know, I went to a place and I was making a payment, and people thought I was playing some magic until they saw that it actually works. Another thing, getting your card, you go to the bank and in 2 minutes, you have your debit card working. Thank you very much. Keep on innovating, and let's move a notch higher. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Thank you so much, my good friend from Nakuru. I'll take maybe 2 more and then we can close. At the back there, please introduce yourself and your organization. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Premier Bank, for hosting this event. It is very important for all of us. And especially after you have introduced the digital platform. Mine is just to suggest 1 or 2. Kenyans are very enterprising, and they do a lot of business, especially with China and Dubai. if it is possible, could you open branches in Guangzhou, in Shanghai, and Dubai? Let the bank follow where the money is, where the business is, and where the transaction is. That is my suggestion. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I think, Chairman, I think you have heard that one.
We are in all those cities indirectly. There is no necessary that the bank physically opens and goes there, but we have partners, we have correspondent relationships in China, in Dubai, and all over the world, so we can still do the same job we will do for you should we be there physically. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So as we come to the close of this super interesting panel, let me ask my two panelists for their closing remarks. Jibril, and your few words to close, and then I'll go to Ali.
Okay, so my closing remark is that we have an obligation to always ensure that we innovate. Because today, Premier Bank is actually a small bank, but at least with our innovation, we can sustain in the market for a long time. But even if today you are a big bank and you are not innovative, you will not be able to sustain. So, innovation, that's actually what we will try to ensure, that we are always ahead of time and ahead of, market. But we also believe that running alone will not make us reach where we want to reach. We also need the other banks in the country to also run the same way we are running, so we can all reach where we want to reach together. We will ensure that whatever we are doing should be based on giving the freedom back to our clients and ensuring that our clients and the overall Kenyans get the better service they deserve. People are very young in age. They deserve a very advanced models of payment. And with these wearables we are talking today, as one of the guys said, I also use outside. And sometimes I get scared because the person or the merchant whom I'm paying the money, I remember last time I was in Dubai and I used my ring. The guy shouted, you get me, in front of people, and everybody looked at me like I did something bad, to him. So we will try and we will innovate and we'll ensure that we come up to the expectation of our clients. We will also listen to our clients. So those are the closing remarks for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jibril. Thank you very much. Ali.
Thank you. Well, this is a momentous, historic day. I believe innovations comes in small-sized packages, and before you know it, they became such a scalable phenomenon that the whole world takes note. If you notice, just in the remittance space, Wise and Remitly are now the top two players. We thought, you're still going to go through SWIFT and other methods, but actually it's Wise and Remitly, billion-dollar companies. Yeah, when you talk about their branch footprint, you won't find much. So what I think is a sign here, and that's where I really appreciate Jibril's vision, because we all know that this is a big innovation, but it's a drop in the ocean. And there needs to be a collaboration that has to go beyond even banks, with the regulators, with the government, with the fintechs, with the telcos, where we have to look at those friction points that the end Kenyan user needs to be the winner. So if we are removing friction, and it's ubiquitous, transparent, interoperable, at the right economic price point, I think we have a winning formula if we hit all of those, tick boxes. And so I think that this is a beginning. Jibril, I congratulate you again and the Premier Bank team for bringing us through this stage. Today will be remembered and will be noticed by the entire market Actually, Kenya, the journey is going to be one that we're all part of, and I invite everybody to participate there. But again, thank you very much, and congratulations to everybody involved.
Thank you so much, Ali and Jibril. I want to say something that is crucial. Innovation is also about feedback. It's about co-creation. So I invite every customer of bank today, and the ones who are not customers, who are downloading as we speak and on board, that you must try and feedback, because feedback is the breakfast of champions. You get feedback, and the bank that continues to innovate, it's going to be a win-win situation for everybody. Lastly, consistency is something that we must strive for every day, and perfection is what we chase every day. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Our panel, another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was incredible. So many nuggets to pick from that conversation. I just want to note that last statement by Ali well, not Ali Share Mastercard. This is a Premier, but has taken a step forward. That's incredible. That's really something that I'm really pleased to be able to have with us the presence of past central government, past in the finance. Thank you much for gracing us with. We appreciate you being here. I acknowledge, of course, His Excellency, our Ambassador, to this for as we continue with this morning's program, where we get to really unpack the amazing steps that Premier Bank has taken in the digital space.
Wake up to the same sun. From Garissa to Guangzhou, our dreams die. But sometimes the systems meant to help us slow us down. Paperwork, delays, queues, borders. That's why we built something different. Introducing Premier Connect, a digital banking experience that's unified, secure, and seamless. Open your account instantly. Bank from your phone, your laptop, or even USSD anytime, anywhere. Same experience, same security every time. Track your Zakat, pay bills, make bulk payments. Send money to over 140 countries instantly. To your family, friends, or business partners, wherever they are, you're connected. All in one place. Whether you're running a business in Italy or sending money from abroad, Premier Connect moves with you. It's seamless, it's secure, and it's built around your life, not the other way round. One experience, all channels, one bank, everywhere. Premier Connect, your life, your bank, seamlessly connected. Welcome to New Beginnings.
In this city, life doesn't pause. While others are fumbling for cash, looking for their cards, typing pins, waiting, you tap. Every tap, a power move. A sign, I'm here, I'm present, unstoppable. And for everyone still stuck counting cash, they're watching, they're waiting, they're behind. But you've got Premier Tap. No effort, no hesitation. Just tap, move, live.
Thank you very much.
Join the tap line. Join the movement. Be part of the future that's here now. No cash, no card. Just tap. Get yours today at Premier Bank. In this city, life.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. We are moving quite well with the program, and I appreciate all those who have made this morning possible. Starting, of course, with our amazing CEO of Premier Bank here in Kenya. I'm talking about my good friend, Mr. Osman Duale. Please welcome on stage to give us your remarks.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Cyril Ogunda Odede, the Principal Public Investments and Assets Management, Mr. Mark Elliott, the Divisional President for Africa at Mastercard, our former Minister of Finance, and also who happens to be the former Governor of the Central Bank of Kenya, Professor Ndungu, Mr. Ali Sheriar once again, Country Manager for East Africa at Mastercard, and the Indian Ocean Islands. Mastercard dignitaries, our valued customers, distinguished shareholders and board directors present, our ambassadors present, including our ambassador of the Republic of Somalia, Premier Bank staff, members of the media, and there are quite a number here today. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. It's both an honor and a privilege to stand before you this morning as we unveil what we believe is a landmark moment, not only for Premier Bank, but in the history of banking in Kenya. Today, we're not just launching products, in this case, 2 innovative products. We are also setting a bold and a new standard in how banking will be experienced in our country and across the region. You have heard about Premier Connect and also Premier Tap, which represent our commitment to driving the future of banking, embracing cutting-edge technology, and most importantly, putting our customers at the center of everything that we do. As we gather here, we are joined by leaders, influencers, and key stakeholders who have supported us in this journey. Special thanks to our permanent secretary, Mr. Cyril Wagunda Odede, who is the principal secretary for public investments and asset management. Indeed, for gracing us with his presence today, we're also excited to welcome our esteemed customers, partners from Mastercard, our dedicated shareholders, and members of our board directors. This launch is not a product introduction. It is the beginning of a transformation in how banking is done. For too long, the banking experience has been limited by outdated systems, physical locations, and traditional methods. Premier Bank, with the introduction of Premier Connect and Premier Tap, is setting the stage for a future where banking is going to be seamless, accessible, and inclusive for everyone. When Premier Bank entered the Kenyan market in March 2023, through the acquisition of First Community Bank, we came with a clear mission. That mission was and is to provide ethical, inclusive, and forward-thinking banking solutions that meet the real needs of our customers. Ever since we took over First Community Bank, our journey has been guided by growth, transformation, and service. We rebranded and modernized all our branches, and also we strategically relocated many of our branches to more strategic and business-friendly areas. Even in this building of GTC, we have a new branch. We've also opened one new branch in a very key area in Mombasa, and that's Nyali. And as you know, Nyali is a major hub at the coastal city of Mombasa, and also in terms of ensuring that we also get closer to our Chinese business community, we opened a small branch at Chinatown in Kilimani, where most of our Chinese customers are served well. All of this is driven by one goal, and that is to bring ethical banking closer to the people and the businesses we serve. A lot of times, our customers have asked us for faster, easier, and values-aligned banking. We have listened very carefully, and today we proudly unveil Premier Connect, our all-new Omni-Channel digital banking platform. This secure, and seamless system brings together mobile, web, USSD, and in-branch services into one unified experience. As has been said by our chairman and Ali Shariar during the discussions at the panel, with Premier Connect, you can instantly open an account, and that has been shown. An account that is fully digital and fully compliant. You can also send money globally to over 140 countries across the globe. You can also manage your finances 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you can also pay all your bills, transfer funds, access statements, and many more. You will also have the benefit of enjoying one interface, always secure. At Premier Bank, we have always believed in breaking barriers. Our vision is clear. We want to demystify banking in Kenya, and make it more accessible for every Kenyan, regardless of location and status, by introducing our Premier Connect and Premier Tap. We are delivering on the promise that we made when we took over First Community Bank and became Premier Bank. As you are aware, the landscape of banking is changing fast and rapidly, and we are at the forefront of this transformation as Premier Bank. These initiatives are not just about convenience, they are about empowerment. And that's empowering businesses, individuals, families, so as to achieve their financial goals with ease and confidence. Today marks a pivotal moment in our journey as we redefine the future of banking, and one that really prioritizes customer needs, innovation, and trust. For those on the move, we have introduced Premier Tap. That has been explained very well. A stylish, contactless, wearable payment solution powered by none other than Mastercard. With Premier Tap, you can simply tap and pay using a ring, keychain, phone sticker, wristband, and many more. You'll also enjoy secure, cashless, and cardless transactions. This is perfect proposition for busy professionals, gym goers, travelers, and what you need to do is just to tap and pay and thrive. Hamna mambo mengi, ni rahisi mno. And to our premium clientele, we present the World Elite Card, your gateway to world-class experience. Many of our customers have already taken our World Elite card, and I'm happy to get their feedback that they're indeed enjoying the privileges around our World Elite card. So you'll enjoy with the World Elite card premium airport launch access with the Mastercard Travel Pass. Card holders can access over 1,300 lounges in 450 cities across 135 countries. Thank you, Ale Shiriar, for making that happen. And you will stay productive with business facilities as you relax with complimentary refreshments and snacks, all for free, and for our customer holding our World Elite card and one more person accompanying our customer. The World Elite card is tailored for our traveling customers, executives, and high-value clients seeking more than banking. It's indeed a lifestyle advantage. None of this would have been possible without the support of our partners, particularly Mastercard. Your collaboration has been instrumental in ensuring that our digital payments is a world class. Together, we are building a more inclusive, secure, and accessible banking experience for all. We recognize the role that financial institutions play in the economic development of our country. As we unveil these innovations, we are also reaffirming our commitment to Kenya's vision of economic growth and digital transformation. Premier Bank is dedicated to supporting the government objectives of financial inclusion, digital literacy, and economic empowerment. We remain resolute in our mission to create a robust digital economy that will foster innovation, increase financial access, and open doors to opportunities for everyone. As we move forward, Premier Bank will continue to lead with bold innovation, integrity, and customer-first principles. The launch of Premier Connect and Premier Tab is just the beginning. There are many more exciting initiatives in the pipeline that will further elevate banking experience of our customers. I want to take a moment to thank our dedicated team at Premier Bank for their tireless efforts in making this day possible. Your passion, commitment, and innovation have been key drivers behind today's success. To our customers, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your unwavering trust and loyalty. You are at the center of everything that we do. And we are excited to continue serving you even in more innovative ways. To our partners and stakeholders, we appreciate your continued support. Together, we are shaping the future of banking in Kenya and beyond. We look forward to walking this exciting journey with you as we continue to break new ground and push the boundaries of innovation. Welcome to Premier Bank. Welcome to the new beginnings. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our CEO, Osman Duale, for those very warm remarks. We appreciate everybody who has made this morning possible, and I would like to kindly request, because you're all here with us, you are all now officially our brand ambassadors, so please log on to your social media accounts, especially on X. We have our hashtag #OneBankEverywhere. Of course, our normal hashtag is New Beginnings, but OneBankEverywhere is our official hashtag on all our socials. Thank you very much. For those of you who have opened your Premier Bank accounts, we do have our booths outside where we will be our team will be available to answer any questions that you have. And yes, while we might be looking at downscaling our branches, we do have a branch right next door at GTC, so take advantage of that while you're here to interact with some of our amazing staff who are making all of these innovations possible. At this time, I would like to call upon another very good friend of mine, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Somalia to Kenya, Ambassador Jibril Ibrahim, to come and give some remarks on this auspicious occasion.
Bismillah. Permanent Secretary for Public Investment, Asset Management, Minister of Finance, Dr. Sale Wagunda Obede, Regional Division of Mastercard, Mark Elliott, Chairman and CEO, Board of Directors of Premier Bank, my friend Jibril, former CS Professor Njunga, who is no longer with us, as well as Chairman of Association of Finch of Kenya, Ali Hussein, who has moderated a few minutes ago our powerful session, and of course Chairman of Kenya Railway, Mr. Abdi Barre, customers of Premier Bank, members of media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I have to disclose Somali Embassy is a customer of Premier Bank, so you have to take into context. Let me begin to offering my heartfelt congratulations to the leadership and the visionary behind Premier Bank of Kenya. This is not only a moment of celebration, as the CEO mentioned, but also a milestone for progress, a reflection of the deep commitment to the innovation, resiliences, and regional integration. And I think the word innovation is very critical, as Premier Bank is leading in that sector. Premier Bank has long been a pioneer in Somalia's financial sector, from bustling market of Mogadishu to remote villages of countryside. The bank has opened new doors for opportunity for thousands of Somalis in Somalia. It now has emerged a small business, supported aspiring entrepreneurs, brought modern banking service to the heart of our communities across the borders. Today it's introducing new services like Premier Connect. The Premier Bank in Kenya is much more than business decision. It's a powerful commitment to deepening relationship also between our two nations. It reflects the reality of the growing dynamic trade between our partnership that is reshaping the economic landscape of East African region. Indeed, Somalia and Kenya, and as you can imagine, being Somali ambassador to Kenya, I have to say something about the relationship between the two countries. So allow me to just walk through a few highlights. Indeed, Somalia and Kenya relationship are at the all-time high. The third joint commission, a cooperation commission known as JCC, signed last year, has elevated our collaboration across trade, diplomacy, social development, and security. We're no longer just neighbors. We are also strategic partners with a shared destiny. Kenyan expertise are now in Somalia continue to be an essential part of Somalia's recovery and development process. Well, also you have thousands of Somali investors and now heavily investing all the sectors of Kenyan economy. And today's example, this cooperation is not transactional, it's a transformational for all communities. And as such, Kenya contributes to Somalia's growth as well in all sectors. So potential for shared growth is immense. Mogadishu is just 1 hour away from Nairobi. Somalia is now proud and member of East African community as well. With this, our people-to-people connection, trade flows, and financial integration will grow more and more strategic. This is why, again, I mentioned relation between Somalia and Kenya, because this is why having a bank that understands having a bank that understands the pulse of both Somalia and Kenya is very critical and crucial. Premier Bank can be or is bridge that connects our markets, our businesses, and our communities across the border. A bridge that facilitates growth, development, and broader vision of East Africa unity. I want to once again extend my congratulations to entire Premier Bank team, its leadership, who work closely with us in a number of sectors as well. I will encourage the bank, my final remarks, I will encourage the bank to also contribute, and they have been doing it, but more make it robust at this point in time of contributing social service sector, schools, educational sector, so that the bank will also win the heart and the minds of all customers who are using it. So, Chairman, again, I would like to congratulate Premier Bank Kenya for successful launching Reconnected, and I'm glad to be here today. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It really is a testament to Premier Bank's amazing reach, network, and presence, not just in East Africa, but globally. We heard here from Ali Sharia how Mastercard is connecting 95% of the global world population. Just take a moment to internalize that figure. I mean, that is huge, huge, huge network. There's a saying where it says that you are the tip of the spear, and the tip of the spear means that for as much as you have a presence wherever it is that you are, behind you, you have an amazing support system, and that is epitomized by the partnership with Mastercard. And to further give us more insights into this fantastic partnership on this amazing occasion of the launch of Premier Bank's digital banking solutions, we have none other than Mr. Mark Elliott, who is the Divisional President for Africa for Mastercard, and I'd like to welcome him on stage with a round of applause.
Good morning. Hashtag New Beginnings. Good morning. So it's great to be back in Nairobi, as you know, I'm Mark Elliott. I'm Division President for Africa at Mastercard. I just want to start by thanking our hosts this morning and partners at Premier Bank. It's especially, you know, the visionary leadership that we've really seen on the stage from the chairman and with the CEO talking about unlocking new possibilities for Premier Bank. And thank you to the esteemed guests also for joining us this morning and making this more of a celebration for everybody to witness. I do believe that the bold vision of the leadership at Premier Bank is really going to deliver progressive and tech-forward banking that will continue to inspire us into the future. We're very proud to have the opportunity to walk this journey with you. And, you know, today we're here to witness the launch of Premier Tap, a wearable payment solution that we believe will be the future of payments because of its frictionless, secure, and seamless customer experience that can be integrated into customer lives. With Premier Tap, that's a future that's no longer a concept. As of this morning, as we all know, it is a reality. Across the region, we're seeing rapid adoption of contactless solutions. Globally, the wearable tech market is projected to reach over $80 billion by 2030. And in Africa is poised to play a major role into that future. And now from this morning, we can see that Premier Bank is going to help pioneer that. Mastercard data indicates that a significant portion of point-of-sale terminals in the MEA region are now NFC-enabled, highlighting the increased demand for secure, convenient payment solutions. This collaboration will be significant. It'll bring significant benefits, as we've heard, across the financial ecosystem and to Premier Bank's customers, enhancing convenience and security and providing faster checkout experiences for your consumers. This collaboration is significant, and we will witness the feedback in social media and in other channels from how inspiring some of the magic is that we create. Premier Tap is literally putting the power of contactless payments into people's hands and unlocking new possibilities for everyday spending. Whether it's a smartwatch, a ring, a wristband, or even a phone case, Wearables are turning everyday accessories into meaningful innovations that enable consumers to make secure contactless payments simply by tapping the wearable device at any enabled point-of-sale terminal. In terms of security, tokenization technology replaces sensitive payment data with encrypted tokens, ensuring that cardholder information remains protected during transactions, thus enhancing security at every tap. So in closing, at Mastercard, we see ourselves not just as a technology company, but as a partner in Africa's digital transformation, working hand in hand with banks, fintechs, governments, and entrepreneurs to unlock opportunities and drive inclusive growth. Our partnership today is part of that mission. For example, in Somalia, we partnered with Premier Bank and Tapi Technologies to launch similar wearables, and the response has been overwhelming. The collaboration has positioned Premier Bank and Mastercard at the front of the region's digital revolution, converging local insights and global technology to meet the increasing demand for secure, convenient payment solutions. To the team at Premier Bank, congratulations. Congratulations on another bold step forward. We're excited about what lies ahead and very proud to be walking that future with you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mark. That is beyond inspiring to understand how much of an impact that kind of a partnership can have to be able to make these kinds of solutions possible. Thank you so much, Mark, for your remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a great republic of Kenya, and to be able to do what we do, we need to be able to not just comply with the rules of the land, but to have those in charge as partners. And we are extremely privileged today to have with us in attendance our chief guest, the Permanent Secretary for Public Investments and Asset Management in the Ministry of Finance, Treasury, none other than Dr. Cyril Wagunda Odede. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome him on stage with a warm round of applause as he shares with us his insights on behalf of the government of Kenya. Permanent Secretary.
Good morning. We have just had tea. Or tea break is not yet. Before I read my speech, let me make a few comments. I hope the media is here with us, and I hope they are going to report correctly. Technology has really transformed the whole world. For those who grew up in 1970s and 80s, they know where we came from. We know that when you had a bank account, you used to carry something called a passbook, and that passbook was being entered manually, and you could take almost 3 hours in a bank to transact business. Something called Kenya Post and Telecommunication, which is not there today because of technology. And before I talk about that one again, and you know, when politicians get a crowd like this, that is when they sell their agenda. And let me sell my agenda first before I go to what brought me here. At the National Treasury, under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, together with the CS National Treasury, FC PAK John Mbadi, and Head of Public Service Kosgei, they have come up with the technological transformative when it comes to procurement of goods and services within the government. I know very well that most of the clients or some of the clients within the Premier Bank also trade with the government. And what the government has done under the leadership of His Excellency, as from 1st of July 2025, they rolled out e-government procurement. Just the same thing you people are doing here today, so that you can procure, tender for goods and services from the comfort of your home. And what you need to do is just to register your company in the EGP system to avoid all that paperwork that used to be there, and to avoid wastage that was in government. Remember, somebody was supplying a bottle of water, retailing at 50 shillings. So that is going to be a thing of the past, and we expect to see 50 billion come the end of this financial year. What National Treasury is doing again is to clean up the pensions department. The pensioners and the beneficiaries, pension management, pensions information management system, another digital framework has been introduced. People are registering. Those who have pensioners, those who have relatives who are pensioners, please tell them to register so that they don't miss their pensions. Already we have closed, and we are going to see whether we are going to have influx of pensioners, those who didn't register, so that we can clean, because we believe that we must be having ghost pensioners so that we save government money. Again, you've been told that I'm in charge of government assets. Another digital thing, the transformation, is digitalizing the government assets register, so that we can know exactly what the government owns. And very soon you will be seeing that. So those are the things that technology has brought about in the government. And we expect you people that when you are tendering, please use EGP from 1st of July. back to what brought me here. My name is Cyril Wagunda Odede, Principal Secretary in charge of Public Investment and Asset Management at the National Treasury. I'm standing here on behalf of my Cabinet Secretary, John Mbadi, who was supposed to have been here today, but is busy somewhere again because we are having a symposium on public-private partnership on Monday, all through. So we are also calling you to partner with us to do what we are going to do best. You know what we are trying to do. Very soon we are starting the road network from Limuru all the way to Maimahiu through public-private partnership. You saw what happened last December when people slept on that road. But we want to see that before the end of 2027, that road should be a 4-lane, if not 5 or 6, so that Kenyans can do business properly. Leaders of the banking and technology sectors, members of the Premier Bank Board, management and staff of the Premier Bank, the Ambassador, esteemed partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Receive warm greetings from my Cabinet Secretary, Hon. FCPA John Mbadi, who would have loved to be here but is held up in other official matters. It is a great honor for me to join you today at the launch of Premier Connect, a bold, future-focused digital banking platform by Premier Bank. I'm pleased to note that Premier Bank is a leader in ethics, innovation, and customer-first approach. We all agree that Sharia banking is not only inclusive, but also principled and purpose-driven. This model of banking offers all Kenyans, regardless of backgrounds, a choice to engage with the banking that aligns with ethical values, is transparent, and prioritizes suitable growth for individual families and communities. In today's world, where value and financial security are often at the odds, Premier Bank has made it clear that banking can be both ethical, progressive, and we congratulate you for that. As a government, we remain committed to fostering a robust, inclusive, and innovative financial ecosystem, one that empowers all Kenyans from urban centers to remote counties with access to secure, ethical, and seamless banking. Premier Connect exemplifies this vision by providing digital access to banking services across while upholding the value of Sharia-compliant banking. I wish to commend Premier Bank for proving that ethical banking can also be technologically advanced, and that in serving our people, we do not have to compromise on value to deliver value. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans deserve a banking sector that innovates responsibility, that prioritizes customers and invest in communities. We therefore applaud Premier Bank for taking the lead in this space across the country and in Africa. It is worth noting that the bank has made great strides in innovations, thus enabling instant account opening, delivery of 24/7 services, and facilitation of global remittances to over 140 countries. Clap for yourselves. In addition, Kenya is recognized as a hub of fintech and digital solution. In this regard, initiatives like Premier Connect demonstrate the private sector's crucial role in supporting government's efforts towards a cash-light economy, SME growth, and borderless banking. As the National Treasury, we continue to support an enabling regulatory environment and foster secure digital banking, protect consumers, and encourage responsible innovations in line with the Kenya Vision 2030 and the digital superhighway that is a pillar of bottom-up economic transformation agenda of this government. Let me once again commend the Premier Bank for this bold step forward. I urge all stakeholders, financial institutions, fintechs, and policymakers to keep pushing boundaries and embracing innovations, solutions for better service delivery to the people of Kenya. And with those few remarks, it is now my honor and pleasure to officially unveil Premier Connect, the next evolution in digital banking for Kenya and beyond. Thank you, and once again, congratulations, Premier Bank.
Thank you very much, our chief guest, Principal Secretary Odede. We are blessed and honored to be able to have the government with us, not just as an enforcer, but a partner in our journey to be able to give the best possible solutions to our customers and beyond. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're thankful for your attention, for your patience, and for your time. We have come to the end of the official part of the program, but all is not lost. I promised that we will be able to feed you once this is done. That promise is going to be fulfilled now. We do have full breakfast available for you out here in the foyer. Our teams are on standby, and we thank our teams from the bottom of our heart at Premier Bank for making today possible. Everybody who was involved here today making this event possible. There are too many people to mention, but we thank you sincerely. The team at Mastercard, you have been indispensable in making this partnership possible. Our leadership, our board, chairman, everybody who has been available today, we thank you sincerely for that. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the hashtag is One Bank Everywhere on our social media platforms. New Beginnings is also our other hashtag, and we urge all of you to interact with not just our social media platforms, but our Premier Connect banking platform. Log in, download, interact, enjoy all the services that Premier Bank has to offer. As we have heard today, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. The future is now, and we're moving forward with great, great steam ahead. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Thank you for gracing us this morning, and we hope to be interacting with you in the near future. Thank you. I'd like to ask also anybody who spoke on the stage, except myself, to please come on stage so that we can have a picture for the media, and then we can be on our way. Thank you. Smart. Okay. We need to have one for the clients also.